Hey guys, welcome to this video. My name is John Watts. I'm very excited to tell you about a free webinar series that will take you from start to finish on fixing credit report errors. And if you go to howtofixcreditreporterrors.com, that will take you to the sign up page for this free webinar series. So let me just run through a few things with you to tell you why we're doing this. And the first thing is nobody cares about your credit reports as much as you do. So if you go to a place, you hire a credit repair company, they may be the most ethical, honest, sincere place, but they are not going to care about your credit reports as much as you do. It does not affect anybody like it affects you. So I assume if you're watching this video, you're concerned about credit report errors. If you are, then really you are the best person to fix those errors. But you have to know how to do it. And you have to make sure you actually take action. Sometimes we just learn and learn and learn, but we never actually get down to doing whatever it is that we have learned. That really does us no good. So we want to know our rights, know what we can do, and then actually take action. So why a webinar series? Well, I have 4 points on here. The first one is maybe the most important, and that is with a lot of things, you've got to learn them in a certain order. And we'll have people come to us and say, hey, I've got clear errors on my credit reports. Can you help me? And we'll say, okay, well, let's start here. And they go, no, I want to start over here. Like, well, we have to start here. Let's look at your credit reports first. They go, well, let me show you my dispute letter. Like, well, I need to see your credit reports first. Okay? Where they say, well, let's sue because I got turned down for a mortgage. Well, one step would be, let us see the turn down letter. Oh, that's not important. Just trust me. No, we've got to do these things step by step. The second thing is, it's just so much easier to be able to share with you guys PDFs, videos, handouts, if it's all in one place. I mean, look, we have, 1,000 videos, 1,100 videos, whatever it is. We've got a bunch of videos on here. There is all the information you really need about credit report errors on here, but it's scattered. So the good thing is we have 1,000 videos. The bad thing is we have 1,000 videos. So people will find one video, but that's not the full picture. And I just have so many people. I mean, every day people are emailing me, hey, would you look at my credit reports? Hey, would you help me with my credit reports? And I really can't do that. You know, I do these videos, but I'm a practicing attorney, right? So I'm going to trial, I'm filing lawsuits, doing discovery, all the things that we do in litigation. And so what I wanted to do is be able to say, well, here's a training course, and it's totally free. This is not like, hey, let me give you a sample, and then I'm going to charge you, $997. There's no charge to it, okay? Here's exactly what you do, and here are the documents, whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's a Word document, a form letter, whatever it is, a link to something that might help you create your form letter, all that can be in one place. And so that's why I'm doing it this way. And the other thing is, rather than typing a comment, under a video, which, hey, I love comments. That's great. When I have time, I go through and respond to those. But particularly if it's sort of a personal nature, it's just better to email me. And so if we're doing a webinar series and you're getting emails from me, hey, the webinar is tomorrow, or hey, here's the replay, it's just easier to respond back. Now, I will say this. I'm using some software, trying to find the right software that's just the most easy software for you guys to use where you don't have to download stuff. And this will send out some automated emails. I don't think you can reply to those. So I have in there, send it to my actual email or go to my website. So just keep that in mind. And the final thing is, what I want to do is to take a group of people who are committed, who are serious about fixing their credit reports, take you guys through this probably 5-week, maybe 6-week. I'm not sure exactly how long it will be. But it'll be basically every Thursday at 11 a.m. If you can't make it, there's a replay. But I want us to go through there, and then I want your feedback. Hey, this part was confusing, or this seems out of order, or I wish you had given us blank right here. Well, then I can make it better, because ultimately this will be sort of a permanent course. I mean, we'll update it when it needs updating, but I want to make it is just absolutely as solid and helpful as possible. And again, there's never a time when I'm going to charge for this. This is something that I want to be just out there that consumers can use. And I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of this video. So what's the process? Well, step number one, go to howtofixcreditreport.errors.com. Then that's just an easy to remember thing. That'll then take you to the sort of the convoluted URL that is the sign up page. Super simple registration. This is Demio software, webinar software. It looks very easy to use. My experience when I've been a participant and when I have done a webinar is that it's just the best out there. You don't have to download something on your phone, your computer. You literally will get a unique link. You click on it and boom, you're there. And so number two is the registration, super simple, first name and email. So I'm not asking for your social security number, your first child's birthday or anything like that. It's just first name and email. And then you'll get some automated emails from the software. Again, I'm not sure you can just click reply to those, but you'll always see my name. It'll have my email and my website. Just go there to get with me. And eventually I'll get this synced up with my software. I use something called Infusionsoft that will sort of do the automated emails. But right now we're just keeping this very simple because I've got jury trials coming up. I've got all sorts of stuff. And frankly, I need something easy so I can get this out and then get some feedback. And I want this to be as helpful as possible the first go around. And I also want you guys to help me that are sort of in this experimental pioneer group, help me to make this better. So number one, go to howtofixcreditreport.errors.com. Number two, first name and email. Number three, you'll get some automated emails. The first session will be Thursday, and that will be April the 8th, I believe. On Saturday night when I'm recording this. Anyway, it's Thursday. It'll be the 8th. And that'll be 11 a.m. Central. There will be a replay. Now, if you can be there live, I certainly encourage you because you can make comments and you'll just get a better experience out of it. But if for some reason you cannot make it, you should get an email that has the link that you can go to and watch the replay. And it'll be about 5 weeks or so. I'm not exactly sure how long it will be. And I know I do have a jury trial coming up, so that might delay us. But anyway, we can at least get started here the first few weeks. So here's what I have planned. Number one will be how to pull the right reports the right way, save them the right way. And you may be saying, oh, this seems so simple. I've got Credit Karma, or I've got Identity IQ or SmartCredit. I'm just telling you, we need the real reports and we need them saved in the right way. And this is where I come back to people want to skip this step. They go, oh, that's too basic. I want to skip down to step number 5. How do we write the dispute letter and mail it? Well, we got to get the right foundation, okay? And then step 2 is let's start with the personal information. That's going to be date of birth, social security, address, phone numbers, place of employment. You say, well, is that really important? Well, it can be, okay? And I'm not saying every little thing that we dispute on the biographical is something we would sue on by itself. But imagine that your Capital One account or Midland account or Bank of America account has errors in it. You dispute it, they won't fix it. And the credit bureau has a misspelling of your name, and they have an address you've never lived at, or you haven't lived there in 5 years or 10 years, and they have an old phone number that you gave up 7 years ago, and they have the wrong place of employment. See, maybe any one of those things individually is not enough, but you start putting them all out there. Now it paints a picture of this credit bureau being unwilling to do its obligation, which is to make sure you have an accurate credit report. And when you point out errors, they fix it. Okay. So the other thing, starting with the biographical information, is I want us to develop some momentum. You don't have to use a spreadsheet, but we'll have an updated version of our spreadsheet for this so that you can see, okay, how do we start building that spreadsheet? And then what do we do with that spreadsheet? Okay. Well, that will be towards step number 5. Number 1, let's get the right reports. Number 2, let's start with personal information. Number 3, let's then move to public records and inquiries. Now, on the big credit reports, so Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, the public records will really only be bankruptcies, but the inquiries are going to be there. And a lot of times people skip over the inquiries, or they've been told this myth that there's nothing you can do about inquiry. Oh yeah, there's plenty you can do about inquiries. I think I've always had a lawsuit, at least one going, where somebody illegally pulled our credit reports. And so those can be very good cases, and you don't always have to dispute, but we want to identify what are the problems with the public records and with the inquiries. Then number 4, and this will be the big one, well, 4 and 5, and I might end up splitting these in a couple weeks. It just depends on how things are going. But number 4 is we want to document all the errors with the accounts, what are called trade lines. So it's Capital One, Midland Funding, Nation Star, your local credit union, whoever it is, okay? And we want to identify all the errors with that. And then the final step will be, what do we do with all this? How do we put all of this into a letter? And then how do we make sure that letter goes to the right place in the right way with the right proof? And then how do you read the results coming back? Or what if you don't get results coming back from the credit bureaus? What do you do? And then, assuming things aren't fixed, how do you find a lawyer to sue? And then we may have a follow-up session to that. It's just sort of like a giant, Q&A. I'm not sure. So, I feel pretty confident. Week number 1, week number 2, week number 3 will go like that. Now, week number 4 may turn out to week number 5, and then the final week may be a couple weeks as well. So we'll just play this by ear. And I don't want it to go too long, but I want it to be really an all-in-one training for you. It's just totally comprehensive, and you can start and then finish and be able to actually do proper disputes to the credit bureaus and either get things fixed or be in a position where you can sue, get things fixed, and they pay you money damages. All right, so I realize, putting this out there, somebody might say, well, are you going to stop posting to your YouTube channel? No, I plan on continuing to post to a YouTube channel. I've had periods of time where I've gone months and months without a video. I started, I want to say in May of last year, 2020, and I made the commitment to put out a video every day. And to my knowledge, we've done that every day. Sometimes they're a little late. This is about 9:30 at night. I'm recording this, so not necessarily a whole lot of time before midnight, but I plan on still doing that. This will be something extra, and I'll tell you why, if I can just be real blunt with you. One of the reasons I'm doing this is so many people come to me asking for help. And like I said, I've got videos out there, but it's just not all in one place. It's not completely organized and integrated. And so I wanted to do something where I can say, look, I can't personally help you, but go through this training course. And again, this is not something where I'm going, hey, this is $997. Now, I'll tell you this, I think it's worth a whole lot more than paying $2,000 to a credit repair place. Okay. But it's free. All right. Now, I'm doing that because I think I'm a nice guy. Okay. The other thing is you may go through this course. You've done it the proper way, you've disputed it, and they won't fix it. And then you may come to me and say, hey, John, I want you to help me. Hey, I'm fine with that. That's what I do, okay? That's why I don't have time to, everybody that emails me to say, oh, yeah, let me, help you fix your credit report. I'd rather show you how to do it. You do it yourself because nobody's going to care about it as much as you. And if it doesn't get fixed, then I'm always happy to help you either directly or help you get to the right lawyer that can help you. Okay. The other thing is there are some legitimate credit repair places out there. Okay. And obviously they charge money and there's nothing wrong with that. But they will never care about your credit reports as much as you because they've got 1,000 people or 2,000 people or 200 people. They're trying to fix their credit report. So they're never going to care as much as you will care about it. And then if we put those guys aside, there are so many scam places. I mean, kind of the whole spectrum from good, honest people who are just completely incompetent to, so-so honesty, so-so competency, to just the absolute, they're like stealing your identity. They pretend to be credit repair, but they're really identity thieves. I mean, I see people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for just absolute garbage, and I'm just sick of it. And so I want you to have something if you're willing to put the time into it. That's the thing. I always talk about this, in whether you're sued or whatever it is, you're either going to spend money or you're going to spend time. There is no alternative. Your car breaks down, you're going to spend money with a mechanic or time fixing your car. You're either going to mow your yard or hire somebody to mow your yard. Unless you have kids, they will do it for free. So with credit reports, you're either going to spend money or you're going to spend time. Now, I'm not asking you to spend money. I'm asking you to spend time. These may be an hour long, maybe longer every week. So it is a commitment, but it will be, we'll go through the class, and then that next week you'll have some work to do. But it's not going to take you forever to do the work, okay? And if you'll go through it step by step, when we get to the end of this 5 or 6 week process, you're going to have a great letter to send out if you follow this. And that'll either get your credit report fixed or put you in a position where you can at least talk to a lawyer who sues the credit bureaus, and that's what I do, sue the credit bureaus. So I'm showing you how to do disputes that if they don't get fixed, you can then sue, okay? Which is different than, a credit repair place may tell you to do stuff that's unethical or dishonest. Maybe it fixes your credit report, but we certainly can't sue over that. What I'm going to teach you is the best practices I know. Frankly, the practices we use in my own firm for our own clients to help them either fix it or be in a position where you can sue. So again, go to this website here, how to fix credit report errors.com. And I'll also put this in the description. And if I remember, I'll put it in the first comment so you can just click on it. That again will take you to a Demio thing. It's kind of a red page, and it has a little title and a place to sign up, a description. I think it's got a bio, and may have a video on there. But anyway, hope that you will join us if you're interested, and we may have another video about this tomorrow. And but then I'll always continue to have videos about collectors and being sued and personal injury and all the wide range of things that we talk about here. So appreciate every one of you guys watching this, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.